Hey guys, it's Truth Tiger here. I'm going to talk about today how covert narcissists will use your own sympathy and pity against you. And they really weaponize pity as a way to trap you and as a way to get you. Now, the thing about a covert narcissist versus what they call a grandiose narcissist is a covert narcissist does not try to like act so big about themselves like a grandiose narcissist. They're not going to try to brag and be all big and braggadocious. They're going to play the victim. And I like to think of it like this. The grandiose narcissist wants to act like they're God in heaven and they're, oh, I'm so powerful, da, da, da. And then the covert narcissist wants to act like they're Jesus getting on the cross and they're this big victim and everything's unfair and my life was so hard and how could those people treat me like that? And yeah, I mean, we've all had bad stuff happen to us, but they really take a victim mentality and they go around like they are some kind of a martyr. And they use this martyrdom as a way to get attention, as a way to gain power, as a way to gain privilege, and as a way to feed their ego. And what they will do is they will hit you with all these sob stories and pity parties and all this kind of stuff to get you to feel very sympathetic for them, to get you to feel very bad for them, to where you will want to help them, you will want to support them, you will want to be a part in their life. You feel like you're this hero that's saving them, and you feel like you're this big hero and you're going to save this person and you're going to set their life right and they're going to be so thankful and so happy. And I've gotten caught up in this bad. And I mean, even my own dad did this to me where, things weren't good with him and my mom. My mom could get a little crazy, but he would really act like I'm just trapped in this marriage and, I'm just such this good parent for you kids. And, he would act like he's this big hero and this big martyr and he's just getting, whipped so hard, having to do things he doesn't want to do. But, really in truth, he was very absentee. He didn't want to be involved in anything. He was very passive aggressive. He was very angry. And when the mood called for it, he was quite grandiose too. Like that's the thing about these covert narcissists is once they kind of charge up a little bit, they'll get pretty grandiose about things, and before you know it, he's buying all these cars and whatever, acting all arrogant and stuff. But yeah, like, and I've had people from the church really get me with this bad, where they're crying about how life's been so hard and it's hard with their family and it's a hard life, but they don't look for solutions. They don't look to improve. They don't look to get better. And I mean, covert narcissists, I think, are some of the worst I've ever had to deal with. Because at least with a grandiose narcissist, you can deal with it, you can confront it, you can sort of deal with that head on and know what's happening. Whereas a covert narcissist, they'll sneak right up on you, and you'll think they're this really nice person, and they're very good at displaying like false humility. So they'll really act like, oh, I'm just such this little, I'm just such this little weak little person, and I can't stand up for myself, and you're so big and strong, and they'll really stroke your ego a lot, and they'll really try to act very pathetic to get you to let your guard down. And once you kind of get trapped and stuck with these people, I mean, they start to act pretty much the same as a normal narcissist would. It's the criticizing, berating you constantly, and then what they'll do is they'll start to make you into the bad guy and start to act like you are oppressing them, and they are this big victim of you, and you are holding them hostage, and you are beating them down, and you are so mean to them, and they'll try to come up with any example of anything you say, and they'll spread rumors around, and they really will try to turn you into a bad guy. And anything, little thing you say to these covert narcissists, they will freak out and take it as offensive. And how could you say that to me? How it's yeah, yeah. So and just yeah, anything you say is just they will go on the attack against you, and it's the same thing as normal narcissists. They become super controlling. They try to take your life over. They try to make you the central, or try to make themselves the only part of your life. And it's really, it's really, really not fun. And a lot of people in the community and in society fall for this, and they just think, oh, this poor guy, oh, this poor gal. And I've definitely heard of things with women where they do this to their husbands, and they act like their husband is this mean guy or abusive guy or whatever, and they're cowering around him. And really, when you kind of when they're not looking, she is just screaming at him. And I've seen stuff like this where another woman, again, in church, guys, I say it in my other videos, but man, the church is such a narcissistic cesspool, man. But I remember, yeah, I met this lady and she's acting so dainty and so little and weak around me, and so like, oh, what should I just tell me what to do and I'll do it, and okay, I'll sit down right here, whatever you say. And then I see her and she is screaming at her husband, like psycho screaming at him, and I'm like, oh my god, like it really is, you know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with these covert narcissists, where they'll turn it around. I've seen it with my own father too, where he would act so like he's this cute, gentle man and all this stuff, and then the dog pees on the floor or something like that, and he is like going into full psycho rage and screaming and like kind of scaring me, and I'm like, whoa, holy gosh, and yeah, these covert narcissists really, the whole fake nice guy thing. That's a great example of a covert narcissist. Is the quote unquote fake nice guy. It's someone who relishes victimhood. It's someone who loves victimhood, and it's someone who uses victimhood as a way to get attention. And it's someone who just wants to cry about their problems, but because we've all dealt with these people, they cry about their problems, but you try to talk to them about it, and they don't want to follow your suggestions, and then all of a sudden they're kind of controlling under the surface, and you're like, what? Huh? What's going on here? And like, people don't get trapped into a relationship with these people. Like, they will use sympathy and they will act like they're such a hard case. And like, a lot of people have had bad things happen to them, whatever. But they will really try to act like they're such this big hard up victim, and only you can save them, and they need you so much. And you know, yeah, yeah. It is not good with these covert narcissists, and they will try to use your own sympathy and your own empathy and your own pity against you. And the fact that you empathize with someone that's struggling, they see that as a way to take advantage of you. They see that as a way to manipulate you, and they see that as a way to put you in their pocket. And with all these sob stories and pity parties and stuff they're doing, it's all it is. It's all it is. And you'll notice when you talk to them, there's something controlling underneath the surface or manipulative underneath the surface. Or sometimes they will really also try to make themselves look even more pathetic than they actually are. I've seen that a lot. And if they are going to do you a favor, they really act like they are completely breaking their back for you, and they are just, slaving away so hard for you. And this is just the hardest thing in the world for them to do a small favor for you. And yeah, yeah. So be very careful with these covert narcissists. They'll get you really bad. They can be some of the nastiest and the worst of all the narcissists. And again, they really try to act like this pitiable, sympathetic, sad figure. They really, that's their main modus operandi, is to act pathetic and to use your own empathy and your own sympathy against you. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm probably going to end it here, but yeah, I'm just going to say, just be careful with people who are, giving you sob stories and stuff like that. And don't get trapped by these covert narcissists. And yeah, God bless everybody. I'll see you next time.